Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete, like the man said.
Nice. And this is the only live weekly talk show about comic books in the tri-state area currently.
That's true.
There's a couple right outside the tri-state.
Vermont's big with comic books.
Huge. It's great.
Woodsy. It's in the woods though.
So, before we go on any further, I want to introduce Booth Man, our man in the booth. He's also a resident supervillain, for those of you who haven't been to the show, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Great DJ.
Yeah, and he's a good DJ. He does parties, so if you're having a bar mitzvah, any of you, let him know.
See me after the show.
Cool. We have a big show for you guys.
Yeah, we do.
Before we get into it, I'm assuming everybody knows, but just in case people don't know, there's been some stuff going on with Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Spider-Man 3 came out.
Yeah! Back in black.
Oh, man, awesome, right?
Yeah, black.
Yeah, he loves it.
Cool.
We
That's all you
placed
need
him
to know
up
about
front for that
Spider-Man.
joke.
For those of you who don't know, there was a big storyline recently, One More Day in Spider-Man, where Spider-Man and MJ's marriage was broken up. After that, Amazing Spider-Man, as of the past week, went weekly, or rather 3 times a month. And
Almost weekly.
Almost weekly.
Everyone needs a vacation.
Tricely? Tricely. It's gone tricely, so that's pretty exciting. But the exciting thing for you guys is we have the entire team working on the book here for you guys tonight, except for Zeb Wells.
Oh.
Zeb Wells, he made a deal with Mephisto to not appear on the show. So it's tough. You know, you can't do that.
Yeah. But we're very excited about the guests we do have tonight, so we're going to welcome them all out. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Slott, Marc Guggenheim, Bob Gale, and Steve Wacker. What is up, guys? This is very exciting to have you guys here. It's like a brand new show. So, just to start off, Spider-Man, you guys killed him or something? What
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Joker Sada called me up, and he said, "Bob, 3 words: erased resistance."
You're like a sniper.
I'm gonna make a drinking game out of this. Every time Back to the Future.
So did you explain what happened in the One More Day stuff in the intro?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, great. What happened?
So I guess to sum up where we're starting from is all of that stuff happened, and we were handed a Spider-Man who had an identity that nobody knew. He was a single guy in New York, back mid-20s.
I know exactly what that's like. You know what I'm saying, guys? At one person.
Would you want to be married if you could?
No way. I made a deal with a smaller devil.
So that's our basic story.
Now, how'd you guys feel about that? Fact that, like, this big, huge event happened, and then it's like, hey, deal with this.
I thought the fans were gonna love it, fully embrace it, and just like throw roses at our feet. And we would be
A
greeted
lot of roses in the house tonight.
I felt like we would be greeted as liberators.
The important thing in that analogy is how long we're going to stay entrenched.
Actually, I didn't think that was going to happen.
So mission accomplished, is what you're saying?
Mission accomplished.
Cool. So, I mean, how have you guys felt about it? Basically, let's just say One More Day was, what was it, negatively received a little bit?
Well, according to your video last week, it was.
Let's air this shit!
I
You guys watch us?
That's exciting.
Yeah, well, I just think it's hard. It's hard on the fans a little bit, the transition from that to this. No, it's no discredit to you because I'm excited about all the work you guys are doing. It's just tough, you know. It's like someone telling a story and being like, in the middle of the story, being like, "What I just said was wrong." Here's the story. I'm sorry. I got so confused.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what it's also? It's also like, in a certain way, it's like if your dad and your mom broke up. And then your dad started dating somebody else, and even if she was totally cool, you'd still be like, that's a little weird.
I would suggest the problem is they turned Spider-Man into your dad. It's never meant to be your dad.
I wanted to read Spider Dad. Yeah, it would sell. Every kid wants to wake up in the morning and
Spider Girl.
Spider Girl?
Spider Girl.
By the time we were all brought into the project, that decision was done and made. And I guess for a certain amount of Spider-Man fans, we should have thrown our drinks across the table and said, fuck this, good luck.
Revolution!
So that was one way to handle it, and I'm sure all of you would have done that.
I thought someone did that, and that's how I got the gig.
Hey, you guys are burning your paychecks, right? Like that's
Yeah, we would never
protest.
take
Yeah,
money
sure.
for this.
Yes, I'm on strike over it.
But what we decided to do is use this as an opportunity to tell, all you can really do, and this is going to sound really corny, but all you can really do each week is tell a decent story in a comic book, and people like it or they don't. And if they don't, you won't be doing it for long. Damn.
Let's do this! Let's take him down!
All the other stuff, we knew people were going to be pissed. I mean, these three guys have read every Spider-Man comic ever between the three of them. They know how much people are invested. Excuse me.
I was responsible for reading Clone Saga. God. Actually, can I say this one thing? You asked like what our response. I have to be honest. Like I went into this pretty agnostic on the whole Spider-Man being married or not. You know, I've been, I'm 37 years old. I've spent, like half my life with an unmarried Peter Parker and half my life with a married Peter Parker. And I was pretty.
How much with your real wife?
Over there. Yay!
Real wife.
The baby's sleeping. The baby's sleeping. The baby.
And if you don't buy the book, the baby doesn't eat.
Yeah, that's unfair to bring your baby.
Bring the baby up. It's a
Totally
Jewish baby.
fair. If people start throwing things, I'm gonna hold the baby. But I was really agnostic on the whole marriage thing. But I have to say, like as a writer and as a reader of these guys' stuff, like an unmarried Peter handles better. It's just. I mean,
It's
as
like
a
driving a
writer,
sweet car.
it's driving a much sweeter car. I mean, I have to say, like, Joe Quesada was right. Unmarried Peter is better. I mean, he just is. Look, at the end of the day, there's a reason why. For the last 20 years, it's been hard to get people interested in Spider-Man. I mean, all the people who are complaining weren't buying Spider-Man. Like,
Really?
I don't think so. Not in the numbers that they should have been because it's Spider-Man. I think
flagship
the numbers should have been higher.
Spider-Man is bulletproof. There's nothing you can do to Spider. We're all gonna be dead many years from now, hopefully, and Spider-Man's still gonna
Wait,
be.
hopefully?
There are some people on the
I'm just trying to
internet.
get through the night. I bet. How many of you guys are just here just to stone us when we leave? Yeah, okay, thank you.
It almost feels like you're trying to test that theory.
The first Spider-Man story I ever wrote, that was like official 616 Spider-Man, involved, there was a scene in there where Peter Parker, who at that time everyone thought was a clone, was with his pregnant wife, Mary Jane, visiting the grave of Aunt May, who later ended up being a genetically altered actress. And if I can look at that story, and I can still read that story, and I can still like that story, you can all deal with it. It's still there, man.